So, randomly, Journey released their new track, You Got the Best of Me, the next single from their forthcoming album, Freedom. So, let's talk about it. My name is Zach Gibson, and welcome to Pixel Positive Music, where we talk all things music. So, You Got the Best of Me. This is a much, much different track than what we got last year. Last year, Journey released their first track in, at that time, 10 years since 2011's Eclipse album, The Way We Used to Be. Now, that track was, it was a bit different than what we normally get from a Journey track. It was very bluesy. It featured a lot of really great guitar playing from Neil, but overall, it was just a bit of a different track. For me, as a longtime Journey fan, it was a grower. I like the track fine now, but when it first came out, I was a bit colder on it. This one is not like that. You Got the Best of Me is an incredible track. It just dropped at midnight, but I have listened to it several times now, trying to really pull this song apart. And I mean, this is some of their best work in years. This is a perfect blending of the different eras of Journey. I think that's why this track works so well. I mean, we're getting what feels like a blending, to me at least, of Arrival. The flow of the song, the way the song travels, feels so much like Higher Place. You've got those piano riffs kind of dispersed throughout the song in the background. The way the guitar carries, it just feels very similar to Higher Place. But then you've got that retro synth of Frontiers. I mean, the song opens with an incredible retro style synth that sounds straight out of 1984, 1983. It just feels great. It sounds retro, and it works. It was totally unexpected. I mean, we haven't seen Journey really use synths like that in that style in quite some time. And then you still get that robust rhythm section that we had from Raised on Radio. I'm not really sure if Randy Jackson is on this track. His status in the band has been a bit ambiguous, but I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out he is. The bass is strong throughout the song. It's a very, very nice rhythm section. It just works really well. But yeah, I mean, if you listen to this song, you're going to hear it right away. You're going to hear that classic Journey feel, but it's different. I think, like The Way We Used to Be last year, one of the best strengths of this song is that singer Arnel Pineda is finally singing in his own style. For the prior two albums that he's done with the band, Revelation from 2008 and Eclipse from 2011, Arnel has tried to emulate Steve Perry. We saw the same thing with Steve Algieri with Arrival and Generations, both of the albums that he was a part of, as well as their EP in 2002, Red 13. So this is the first time, along with The Way We Used to Be, and I'm really hoping that the whole Freedom album is like this, where we see Arnel sing his own style. It still feels very much like a Journey sound, but it's got a much rougher edge. I mean, it feels more, I don't really know how to explain it, but it feels real. This is Arnel, and I think that works really well for the band in 2022. I mean, it's no secret that Arnel's voice is not what it was 15 years ago when he joined the band, and that's completely understandable. Your voice changes over the years, and singing the Journey catalog every single night for, however many nights each year, it's rough. It shreds vocalists. Steve Algieri left the band because his vocal cords were completely shredded. So it makes sense that his voice is a bit different, but this is Arnel, and it just works so well. This is a Journey song. This is a Journey song that we haven't heard the likes of since at least Revelation, but honestly, even further back, I would say. We get a rich melodic solo from Neil Schon in the middle of the song that it's typical Neil. It's melodic, but it features all the crazy technique that Neil possesses. It's a delight to hear. And I'd say the only complaint I have about the song, and this isn't really a complaint, just more of an observation. The song's a bit long. Clocks in at over 5 minutes, so it feels like it could be about a minute or minute and a half shorter, but it still works. So I mean, yeah, this is Journey at their best in a very long time. After The Way We Used to Be, I was a bit concerned about the upcoming album, Freedom. Journey has been kind of talking about making a new album for a few years now. That heated up substantially after Ross Valerie and Steve Smith left the band. And then once we got Randy Jackson and Narada Michael Walden, who Narada has apparently left the band, and Randy Jackson, like I said, he's a bit ambiguous. It seems that they both might be on this album. Like I said, that information is still pretty cloudy, so we will have to see. I guess we'll honestly just have to wait until we get the album, and we can look at the credits. But speaking of the album, it looks like it's going to be releasing on July 8th. I haven't seen really any official confirmation from the band or from Neil's social media pages, but if you go on Apple Music, where the album is and now listed in its entirety, it does show a July 8th release date. So it does seem that the album will be coming in the summer, which is fine. The Freedom Tour has been going on since February, so it's kind of odd that the Freedom Tour started like so long out before the album, and currently on the tour they're not playing any new songs, but that's a different video. But yeah, I mean, You Got the Best of Me it's a good song. If you're a fan of Journey, go check this song out. If you're not a fan of Journey, go check this song out. This is good. It's very uncommon, I would say, that we see a classic rock band like Journey, who is celebrating their 50th anniversary next year, actually release a song that manages to capture some of that essence that really made them who they are. I mean, this song, if you told me that this song was 40 years old, I would believe you if I didn't have any prior knowledge of it. It sounds like classic Journey, and that is a great thing. I'm very, very curious to see how the rest of this album turns out, because I think that we might be in for quite the treat. So, yeah, that is You Got the Best of Me. Check that song out, guys. I really think that you'll enjoy it. Until next time.